Well, Sundays or holidays are mostly meant for me for restocking the fridge. So here are some greens that I have bought, the basic ones that include curry leaf, pudina, suin Bhaji, which is dill leaves, and coriander. While these leaves, when stored for a longer time, turn rotten or even pale. So here is how I store them to make the best use of them for a longer use. So let's start. So I begin by cleaning the coriander leaves. I break open the bunch, and then as you can see there are a lot of rotten leaves which I'm going to discard them. Then there would be a lot of weeds which need to be discarded, and also please make sure to discard the pale yellow leaves. So I cut by chopping the bottom stems because I feel they would be of no use as I see a lot of rotten stems in it. So I'm going to first discard them and then spread the whole bunch to shred the loose leaves, and then remove all the pale yellow leaves, the rotten leaves, and if there are weeds, if any. I store them in these containers which I had ordered them from Amazon. If you feel that they would catch more moisture in the refrigerator due to changing climate, then you can line up a tissue and then store it in the box, but I'm going to just store it as such. Then with the dill leaves, which are also called as suin Bhaji, I love these, especially I add them in dal and non-veg dishes. They are very aromatic and healthy as well. So in these leaves I have much heard that not only they wouldn't have only rotten leaves or weeds, but there would be small snails as well. So you need to carefully clean them. Pick all the pale leaves, the rotten leaves, the weeds, and also check each stem by stem to make sure that there are no snails on it. And once you have cleaned everything, then I'm going to store it in the same kind of a box that I had stored the coriander leaves. I'm not going to line up the tissue paper here. I'm just going to store as such in these airtight containers. Now here is a bunch of curry leaves, a lot of them I would say. With the curry leaves I follow a little different process. I initially used to remove the leaves and then store them, but I saw them going black in a couple of days. Then I started only removing the sprigs and storing them, but I saw the leaves would wilt down or break from the branches, and then they would definitely get spoiled. So I have started following this method where I just cut the whole branch into half, so that's easy to store for me in the container, and then check if any leaves are half eaten or rotten or need to be removed, and then I'm going to store them in the same container that I stored the dill leaves and the coriander leaves. So this way I have seen the curry leaves stay fresh for a longer time. With the mint leaves I'm going to break open the bunch, and this is what I do wherever I feel there are thick stems and where the stems have already started getting the roots. I just clean off the leaves from there, and then I move that stem into the water. After a couple of days, when you see the roots growing a little longer, I transfer them into the soil. Now here I'm not going to separate the leaves. I have cleaned the whole bunch, removed the rotten leaves, pale leaves, the broken leaves, and I'm going to store them along with the stalk without lining the tissue paper. I also do not wash any of the leaves before storing them, as I found that even though they are air dried, they turn rotten soon. So this is my simple way of cleaning and storing the greens like coriander leaves, dill leaves, curry leaves, and mint leaves. I hope you found this video helpful. Do try this way of storing your greens, and I'm sure you're going to love this method. If you have tried, do share your feedback, and thank you so much for watching.